when I was in Essen, and I know I keep going about it, but bear with me. When I was in Essen, I met these people from Poland, and it's a company called Kuznia Gier. And you may know them because they make the game The Witcher, which I will unbox at some point, not today. And they were really nice, really nice. And this game caught my attention, and it's called Alcatraz. Alcatraz is a game for 3 to 4 people, and it's meant to last between 45 and 60 minutes, it says in here. And interestingly enough, it's 15 or older. So it's a very much an adult kind of game. One of the reasons I was very interested in the game is because although you basically have to escape from Alcatraz, and although you have to work together with the rest of the players, only one player can escape from Alcatraz. So you have to work together, but eventually you're either going to betray or backstab one of the other players. So I thought, actually, that could be very, very interesting. The other thing that really interested me, and I was blown away by it, is the artwork has been created by basically a 17-year-old young man who's done a lot of work for Kuznia Gier. I hate him. That amount of talent in somebody so young, dude, that is unfair. Very, very unfair. But his work looks beautiful. So I don't know exactly what's inside the box, but we're going to find out. The illustrations, the whole thing, the whole looks amazing. The box is solid enough. It's a fairly light little game. The back of the box shows the modules, the cards that create the board on which you play, which is pretty standard. But it's actually quite tantalizing to see all this artwork, and you cannot help actually wanting to get closer to it. It's very interesting. If we open this, the finish of the box is shiny. It's not laminated. Well, it's laminated, but it's not textured. So it feels, it's very slippery, and it's very shiny, which it worries me. I don't like shiny surfaces like that because I always feel that they will get dirty or something. I know it won't, but that's me. If we open the box, the cardboard is pretty standard. There's nothing super sturdy about it, but the joints are okay, so I don't think this is going to go away unless you mistreat it. So standard box, nothing remarkable, but nothing wrong with it either. That's good. First thing we find, the rules. The rules nicely laid out in 2 languages. If you speak Polish, that's your language. If you speak English, that's your language. That I like, because it means that it's not 8 pages of rules, it's just 4 pages of rules. That's actually promising. Although I understand what they have tried to do with the rules and how they've laid them out, I'm not sure I like the watermark in the back. And the reason why is because it's a little bit distracting with the words. You get a few lines in there, and the lines, they look like a very rough sketch of Alcatraz. Now the reason why I don't like it is because they're sketches and they're being hand-drawn kind of sketches, your eye cannot immediately make up what it is. So your mind is thinking, what am I looking at? Which is why your eye gets all the attention. So you have to consciously take your attention away from that to read the rules and take a look at anything else. So unfortunately, although I understand, and what they try to do, I don't think the watermarking in this case has worked. I don't think that you need to see those sketches in there which you want to look at rather than read everything else. It wouldn't need it, and it could have been approached in a different way to make it work better. So it's a shame, because it's the only thing that doesn't really work within this rule so far. They're quite nice. The whole thing has been laid out okay. The padding is a bit tight, but I can live with that. It's not bad. The font is serif, which means that for somebody with dyslexia like me, it's slightly difficult to read. And just to illustrate what I've meant, if you look in here, where you have an awful lot of single lines, it's not actually easy to make out what's saying, because the lines get completely, the fonts get completely mixed with a hand-drawn sketch. So that doesn't really work for me very well, and it's a pity, it's a real shame, because everything else is absolutely spot on. I really like. So if this game is going to be reprinted, I would say don't have the watermark, or have it a lot. No, don't have it. If you have it lighter, you're still going to have the same problem. So don't have it at all. It's just not adding anything to the atmosphere of the rules, which is what I understand you've tried to do. So don't have it. Then we get 2 bags of plastic with. One has some wooden pieces, and the wooden pieces there's 4 cylinders, I presume 1 for each player, and then you get a number of wooden cubes. Now there's blue cubes, there are a lot more blue cubes, there are green, red, black and yellow ones. So I can imagine these are going to be counters of some sort. So 6 for each player, and then those. I don't know what they are used for. The wood is solid enough. It's not a fantastically solid wood, but it's solid, but you know what I mean. It's not very dense, but it's wood. It's not going to split. It's not going to go anywhere. I would suggest though, make sure that you don't put any water into this, because they will absorb water quite a lot. It's very porous wood. And then we have this little bag of counters, which I'm going to open like so. And you get some yellow little cylinders, like these, which are not particularly descriptive of anything, but that's fine, because I presume you're just going to use them for the game. Then we get 1 little board with some tokens. Beautiful, very, very nicely coloured, very easy to recognize icons, very nicely done, so the colours are all recognisable. So that's good. Sturdy, not easy to bend. You won't die on a token, so that's excellent. They haven't spared any money in these. I really like them. And then we get where I really wanted to get, the board. The board is created by these small boards. They're both printed, both sides. I presume there's going to be a difference between the 2 of them, between the 2 sides, because there are slight differences in the iconography. This one, for example, you have 2 different notes in there, and if we turn it around, we only get 1 note and that icon, which I don't know what it means. So I presume during the game you will be turning them around as you go along. Because everything has been done by the same artist, all of the illustrations are in the same style. And that is very good, because there's nothing worse than seeing when 2 artists have been working on the same game and you see a discrepancy in the style of the art direction and how it's been done. that is something that few companies out there should keep an eye on. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different locations. It's not fantastic in terms of the thickness and the flexibility, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful. If you're a reckless player, these are not going to last forever, but they should last okay. They have not been laminated, so no liquids on this. They will stain everything, so be careful. And if you're eating crisps, make sure that you clean your hands before you handle this, because any spot of fat or oil is going to remain in here. It's going to stain everything, so you have to be a little bit careful there. And the player boards. These, my friends, is going to be you. And I don't know what the icons mean, but they look pretty good. Everything here is very easy to spot, very easy to see, and you seem to have enough space for everything. So I think these have been well thought, well designed, which I like. So far so good. Now there's something small here. It's one little box inside the box. And there, oh, okay. And these contain a deck of cards. Lovely background, which is the same as the cover that you get. And again, the same iconography, the same style of illustration, which is definitely what companies should be aiming for. So everything has been designed, so it's actually easy. There aren't that many different icons, there aren't that many different things to actually make things too complicated, make the gameplay too complicated, and for you to have to visually memorize many things. That is a very good stuff. You know, you keep the game focused on just a few elements that you have to use in different ways, and that will probably work very well indeed. I really like that. And you have two different type of cards. One's with the icons, and one's with the rather bizarre looking logo of this goat smoking that perform actions on it. So 3 different type of cards in the deck, looking good. Visually the game is sound. Very good illustrations. I really like the art direction. I really like the whole graphic design of the thing. Bad point on the rules. Get rid of that watermark. You don't need it at all, and it distracts from the reading. The quality of the cards is very good compared to the quality of the board cards that you've used. This is a bit too flexible. There's a few of them that have some air bubbles, not very big, but just a few of them that have some air bubbles. Which is an annoyance. It's not a big deal, but it is an annoyance. And they should ideally be laminated, because they're going to be used a lot. You're going to have to be handling them throughout the game. And because every game is going to be different, and it's going to use different of these styles, they should last a lot longer. So production-wise, 4 stars out of 5. I think this needs a little bit more attention to detail. Having said that, it is very attractive to look at, and the whole theme has been kept very, very much in mind. So, top notch. Whoever's thought about this, top notch. Am I looking forward to playing this game now? Yes. Would I be happy to spend the money on this game? Yes. Would I be happier if this game were another €5, £3, $6 more expensive, and have a slightly better quality in the lamination of this? Definitely. Because I have the feeling that this is going to be a very good game that you will want to play time and time again. And this will probably feel that play a bit more than they should. But other than that, yeah, looking forward to playing this game quite a lot.